What's good, everybody? This your country boy coming at you. We're going to be discussing something very serious right now. We've had an incident that just kicked off. It's very important to us e-moto people and e-bikers. It's important that you pay attention to this and see what's going on. This can affect you. I hope this don't ever happen to you or ever happen to anyone you know. But it's time we start opening our eyes and being responsible and being respectful of other people that are out here while we're riding our... Let me show you what happened.
Charged with involuntary manslaughter after her 14-year-old son allegedly struck an 81-year-old man with an e-bike. The Vietnam veteran and substitute teacher later died from his injuries. Here's ABC's Jacqueline Lee.
Tonight, a teen's alleged ride turns fatal, and his mother is now charged with involuntary manslaughter. 50-year-old Tommy Jo Meyer is behind bars after police say her 14-year-old son illegally rode an e-motorcycle and fatally struck a Vietnam veteran. 81-year-old Ed Ashman was walking home from his job as a substitute teacher when police say the teen was doing wheelies and hit him. Authorities say the teen fled the scene as Ashman lay critically injured. Ashman was a captain in the United States Marine Corps and flew combat missions in Vietnam. Ashman died in the hospital a week later from his injuries. Orange County District Attorney Todd Spitzer saying in a statement, "An American hero who survived flying combat missions in Vietnam could not survive walking across the street in Lake Forest because of a 14-year-old child. The e-motorcycle allegedly involved in the collision goes up to 58 miles per hour, according to authorities."
I'm charging she was warned on a prior occasion that this was a dangerous vehicle.
Meyer is facing a maximum sentence of 7 years and 8 months in state prison if convicted on all counts. She will be arraigned later this month.
Jacqueline Lee,
All right, everybody. Getting ready to take it. Hit them. Take them to work. Get her back to work, and we'll come on in. Get our chit chat on. You ready?
On one?
Yep, I'm on one. We are making use of the e-motos as transportation. Cut down on gas. We aren't that far from where she works at, so all right. All right. There we go. Hit two. There we go. Got a helmet on. DOT certified. She done got used to it. Let's get up here and check the traffic. Car coming. All right. You on two? Be careful when you hit it. Ease into it. Yep. what the road and the traffic look like right here. This way we can stay out the road. We got us a whole little private trail we can hit, come in and out. We can do some dirt jumps out here if we want to. Whoa, what is this thing? All right. And I'm just driving like a normal human. I ain't out here popping wheelies and doing craziness, because that will get them folk on your can right now. All right, folk, we here. Be right back with you. All right. We're getting ready to take it back to the house, everybody. Good evening. This has been a strange week. As you know now, 5-0 is not playing with these anymore. So y'all gotta be careful if you're riding these. Riding your e-motos anywhere. I will share with you what has happened and what has changed the whole perspective for a lot of us. They will be looking for them now. Cause we just had a bad accident. Something I've been telling folk about, you know. You have to be careful. You have to be aware of what's going on. You know, you can't just be out here wilding out. Everybody knows that if you ride dirt bikes, you don't ride them in the road. It's illegal. Not only that, the last thing you do if you are riding a dirt bike in the road is you ain't out there popping wheelies and going on. No one does that. You can tell those are the young, stupid riders who don't know any better. If you want to call the police to yourself, pop wheelies. Someone will call the law and give a description of your motorcycle. And when them folk come and get you, they ain't playing. Now the reason I know that, I think I explained to folks before in the previous video that as a youth I had got my share of tickets from 5-0 for doing stupid stuff. Also had a dirt bike confiscated when I was young. So I'm trying to tell you, you know, just to save you some headache. But see, now them folk done stepped in some deep water, and as you see, they charged the mother, and she has a manslaughter charge now. Now, it don't matter what happened. When you get charges like this, you have to lawyer up. You have to lawyer up. That's what's up. Now, where it's gonna get real spicy at is that this man this gentleman is now with the Creator. So her charges are some serious charges. Now they're not going on the kid. The charge is not going on the kid. The charge is going on the parent. So I'm on, you know, just bring that to your attention. You best be careful. If you're gonna put your kid on one of these, you better ask the question, is your kid responsible enough to be on one of these, and do you want to risk your house? Because when a lawsuit like that happens, this is what happens with manslaughter cases. Usually that family will come at you with what's called a civil lawsuit. Now in a civil lawsuit, they're going to be going for your assets. They're going to try to get your assets. It ain't going to be no try to it. They're going to get them, because you're going to have to settle for whatever damages that they're suing you for. And you can lose your home. You can lose a lot of stuff. All over stupid choices. All over stupid choices. Everyone knows that dirt bikes are illegal in the road. You wouldn't go buy a regular dirt bike, give it to your kid, let him ride it all over the place and on sidewalks and all of that. Also, they got a couple of kids bikes this week for riding on the sidewalk, which is, you know, I need to get out of here. You see where I'm at? This is a sidewalk. This is considered a sidewalk. Now, in my town over here, they don't really care that hard. They ain't really on you like that. But let me tell you, it's changing. I can feel it. I can see it. I've already seen a ton of people with their bikes confiscated on YouTube. Also on TikTok, a lot of little fellas are showing where their bikes are getting taken. So hey, you might want to take this into consideration. It's not a good idea right now to be out here and playing, because you'll give your bike away. That's exactly what you'll do. So be careful. Don't get yourself caught off in nothing stupid. Remember the laws. We got them. You have to follow them. Even with these e-bikes, you have to follow the laws. No more running stop signs. No more. He said, I forgot to tell you, I got clocked. I got clocked on my e-bike this weekend. I was over here in Williamston. And 5-0 saw me and put the radar on me. And guess what? He gave me a thumbs up. He gave me a thumbs up. So that shows that they watching, y'all. They watching. So pay attention. Pay attention to what they are watching. Oh shit, we good. I'm actually trying to go the other way. Nah, do we want to go that way? Nah, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go ahead and go back. Let's take it back towards the house. Let's get up out of this. We ain't going to play in this traffic no more. Not today, not today. Not till we see what the temperature of 5-0 is now. Cause I got oh look, turtles. Can y'all see them big turtles down there? Oh, he just went down. Big turtles in there. Let's go see what else we can find. So remember, I met the cop right down here, and we was talking, and he was like, "Nah, we cool, we good. We ain't got no problem with you, as long as you mind, obeying the law." Out here in the country, eating lots of peaches. Out here in the country, trying to grow my peaches. All right, let's get this thing turned. All right. Make a stop for the stop sign. 100. Oh man, look at them calla lilies. How hers growing out already? Mine in the sun. They ain't growing like that. I might need fertilizer. Everybody, about to turn it in, We'll slow it down so we can talk. Make sure you put a rearview mirror on your bike so you can see traffic coming up behind you, see what's going on. Because hey, I've had a car that was off the road. I was looking in my rearview mirror. She was on her phone. She was texting. And she came up onto the side. Mind you, I'm like on this part of the road. Her car was this far into the grass. So there's no way she would have missed me. So when I looked behind and saw her coming up, I did this. I got over. And guess what? She passed me over in the grass. Then she stopped and was apologizing and everything. So like I'm telling you over and over again, protect yourself. Protect yourself. Only an idiot comes out here and think that a car is going to see you with your small print on the road on this tiny bike. They're not going to see you if you're not wearing something bright. I wear bright colors to protect myself. I told you I've lost a lot of friends that was, a lot of them, I'm going to just be straight up, it was negligence. Car did not see them and pulled out in front of them, and that's the end of a lot of bike riders. And what's worse is we got older guys out here with e-bike pages. You older guys out here with e-bike pages that are showing children to take these bikes, turn them up to 60 and 70 miles an hour and put it in the highway and pop wheelies, you're an idiot. You're a fool and an idiot. And I hope that when the law finishes with that little investigation, here's the problem for whoever showed that kid how to get that bike up to 58 miles an hour. Once they prove that it's your site that he learned how to do that from, they're going to be calling you. You will be a part of that court case. Trust me, you will. It's already happened to other bike companies. Y'all ain't even paying attention. A lot of y'all don't do stuff, pay attention to the law side of anything. You just look at the crazy side of stuff. You look at we all know that you could take these little dirt bikes and run them up to 100 miles an hour. That's on any of them, man, if you build it right. But guess what? There's a reason you don't do that. You know why you don't do that? The law. And now we got older guys teaching these young kids who are the ones that mainly these bikes are focused and targeted at. They're getting out here turning these up to 60. Okay, check this out. There's no 13 or 14-year-old that is experienced enough to be driving on the highway and doing 60, 70 on one of these. Dudes with brains that have been riding for years don't do the stunts they see some of these kids pulling. And you older guys with channels, you need to be more proactive on here. You need to be speaking out. I see what Saronster said. He's not even going to be dealing with the ride outs anymore. He's done. He don't want the young folk looking at him and trying to show up and do the stuff he's doing. So he's done with that. He's been responsible. It's just the people that keep grabbing his name and using it and trying to say that, oh, I did this because of Saronster. That's what happens when people get caught. They'll throw you under the bus in a minute. And if you have a site that shows someone how to speed their bike up, believe it or not, you are you can be called into court and they can call you responsible. They can call you responsible. You will have to lawyer up. If you don't think so, talk to some counsel. Counsel is lawyers. Please talk to them. You'll find out what I just told you. I told y'all how this thing was going to go. I actually dropped the video about a month ago and told you, hey, the laws change. If somebody mess up now on the bike and they're underage, they come after the parent. Well, here's our first case. Here's our first case. Manslaughter, serious charges, 7 years. Is what they're talking about. 7 years jail time because her son was out popping willies in the street and ran over a man, a veteran. If y'all think you can ride these, if you think it's a smart idea to be riding a dirt bike, something like this on the sidewalk, you're an idiot. You're a complete idiot. 100%. Yeah, I'm telling you, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. I don't care who you are. You can unfriend me, unsubscribe. I do not care. You're an idiot because you're showing these kids how to do dangerous, dumb stuff. It's time for it to stop. We got to stop it. If we don't put a stop to it, and the creators on these channels, if you don't become responsible, guess what? They about to make you responsible because you open yourself up to a lawsuit when you show these kids how to turn these bikes into something that can be dangerous in the highway and any other place. And that's just a total lack of responsibility. You don't know what that kid's gonna do. You don't know where he's at or what he can be capable of doing or not doing. I know, like, when I had my daughter, I knew what her capabilities were. So there's certain things I would give her and there were certain things I would not give her because I know where she were. I see kids on these dirt bikes, no parent, just ripping. I watched the kid on the highway one day, passing cars in between the cars. It's two lanes coming this way, 2 lanes going that way. He's passing in between these. What if that car in the front decides to come over and they don't see his tiny little bike? You know what happens? Bam, you're out of there. Woo! Yes, you're out of there. So, you know, this is just one of my videos I'm dropping about responsibility. It's time for that responsibility to hit. And if it don't, guess what? 5-0 gonna help you find that out. So all you guys that's just posting anything, showing these kids, and I'm gonna go ahead and call it out. I'm gonna tell you right now, that 6-7 kid, you best be careful. You best be careful. Because from what I'm understanding, that 6-7 kid was on one of the bikes that hit somebody else in Florida. The bike was going 60-something miles an hour, hit a guy, and that guy is suing the parents of the bike, the bike owner. That was in Florida, and it's been removed because it's a case. It's a case now. Once they go get into the court system, they don't comment on them anymore. You can't find it or see it. We'll see the results when that's done. But dude got money, so it's a different ball game, and he got high-powered lawyers. So whoever kid that was, boy, you got something coming for you. You got something coming for you. You should have never dropped that ball. You have to be careful. You have to protect yourself. You have to stay within the law. If you're gonna get out here and just run around and do whatever you want, guess what? We got a system set up to stop that. So I hope y'all catch this video here. I hope you see this and take this thing seriously and start protecting yourself. If you are a content creator, you might want to be very responsible and careful of what you post, because some of the stuff that you're posting, man, that's going to be exactly what you see in court. That's what they'll be using against you. Thank you for stopping by Country Boy Tested. Hope this helps you out and hope this keeps you safe. That's all I want. I want you safe out here. I want my folks safe. I want everybody to enjoy riding and go home. That's the whole point of this thing. You don't want to get on one of these and then spend 6 months in traction or in the hospital because you don't know how to enjoy life. They're fun. Yes, they are fun. But, anything can be, used the wrong way and things can get out of hand. So, keep that in effect and keep that in your head. And let's be safe out here, y'all. Thanks for stopping by. Peace.